Namaste. Hi, it's Sunena, and this is a video on limit setting and boundaries. How do you know that you need to set a limit? Someone's crossed your boundaries. If you're a parent, it happens all the time. In limit setting, I prefer to use the ACT model, and the ACT model looks like this. A is for acknowledge. You acknowledge the feeling. C is for communicating a limit. And T is for targeting an alternative. So let's take the A, acknowledge the feeling. What does that look like? Let's use this example. I know that you really want that chocolate chip cookie. But cookies are for after dinner. So you may choose to have a different snack or choose to wait till after dinner to have those cookies. Let's acknowledge the feeling. The feeling is you're hungry and you see something you want. Communicate the limit, but cookies are for after dinner. It's the way it is. And then target the alternative. You can choose something else, or you can wait till later. Right? Very simple. ACT. Let's use another example. I know you really want to do well in history, and you'd like my answers for the homework, but I'm not down with cheating. If you'd like, I'll help you study for the test instead. Or we could do, I know you're just trying to be funny when you made that crack about my weight and you called me a whale, but you hurt my feelings. I'm confident that you can find a way to be funny without hurting my feelings. So these are different ways in which you can use the ACT model to establish and enforce a boundary. And here's some tips when setting limits. Try to use one behavior at a time and be specific. It's not okay to say you're being inconsiderate. Be specific. Say, we are in the middle of a pandemic and not wearing a mask puts people at risk. Okay? Be very specific about the ways in which what the person is trying to do is not okay, which is why you are setting a limit or creating a boundary. Inform the other person about what you will and won't tolerate. So you can say, you can borrow my jeans, but you can't borrow my toothbrush, right? Set limits. Let people know very specifically what's okay and what's not okay. If you are social distancing, I don't mind socializing with you. But if you won't be wearing a mask, I'm sorry, I will not be socializing with you. Simple. Describe consequences for intolerable behavior. Like, if you're going to be out there without a mask, without social distancing, I'm sorry, but I can't be hanging out with you. Describe what you're willing to take and what the consequences are for someone then ignoring after you tell them. If you are going to continue this, this is the way it's going to be. Emphasize to the other person that you know that you can't control their behavior, but that you can protect your own needs. Right? Yeah, I can't control where you go or what you do, but I will say that if you are not going to be wearing a mask, you won't be coming near me. And be consistent, right? Be very consistent in your boundaries. And also, don't argue or defend your position. Right? It's okay to just say, this is the way things are. It's okay to also say, I'm unable to answer your question. That's a big one. Especially minorities, women of color, right? That's a big one. Being able to tell someone, I'm unable to answer that question right now. Or just, I'm unable to answer that question. You don't have to offer an explanation. You don't have to defend your position. You don't have to argue. You say, I'm unable to answer that. I'm unable to do that. It's okay. How do you know when you need to set a boundary? Because you're feeling uncomfortable. That's how you know, right? Some kind of interaction gave you anxiety. That's how you know. You feel it in your gut. You kind of want to say something and you don't know how. And this is a way to protect ourselves. A boundary protects us. They're necessary. Don't feel bad about creating or enforcing a boundary. And this can be anywhere with anyone. It's about time people learned to set boundaries. It's about time that we shut down conversations that are intrusive, right? Some of those none of your business conversations. You don't have to say none of your business. You can simply say, I'm unable to answer that for you. And you don't have to go any deeper than that. You, of course, are welcome to say that's none of your business. But not everyone can do that. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm finding. That's what I also know from personal experience. So finding the way to create and enforce boundaries that work for you is super important. Practice this. Teach your children this. It's important. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. Please like and comment on the video, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification button. I'm fun, I swear. Thanks for joining me. See you again next time.